Why is it important to get your child help if they suffer from mental illness? You want to be as proactive as possible if you identify that your child may be experiencing difficulty with mental health issues. Just like any other illness, any other sickness, the quicker that you identify what it is, the quicker that you find a solution or start to treat that condition, the better off you will be. My name is Taharka Sankara, and I'm a licensed clinical social worker. I'm a licensed clinical alcohol and drug counselor, and I'm also certified in trauma-focused cognitive behavior therapy. And with that approach, I empower parents and youth to refine the quality of their relationships so that they can increase their self-awareness, enhance their communication, and develop some emotional management skills so that they can enjoy a peace of mind and transfer intergenerational health. Now, when your child has a mental illness, when you first discover that, you may be questioning, you may be doubtful of what you're actually seeing, and you may want to put it off to maybe they'll just grow out of that. Or you may look at another example of your own life experience and say, hey, I used to do that when I was younger and I grew out of that, so it's gonna be okay. That would be a big mistake, because a lot of times when you parent from that perspective based on your own personal experience, you don't give credit to the fact that this is a different day and time and the child is actually a unique experience from your own. So you don't want to make that mistake and call it as you see it based on your own experience, because it may be something more deeper that's going on with your child that you may just not be aware of. So the first thing that you will want to do, you want to seek out some consultation. Most of the time, consultation is free of charge. You receive about 15 to 30 minutes and you get an opportunity to speak with a clinician, a qualified professional, whether that be a psychologist, a psychiatrist, or a counselor, licensed counselor, or a clinical social worker. But again, you have to remember, if you go seek consultation from a psychiatrist, it's more likely that you're gonna put your child on some medication. And that just may be the case, but you wanna get consultation before you actually put your child on a medication. And even if you do see a psychiatrist and they recommend a medication, you may want to speak with another clinician, a professional that can give you some different perspective, because it may be a different way to treat the condition that may not require your child to go on medication. Because I've heard horror stories about medication. I'm sure you've heard them too. And there's a lot of skepticism about whether you should put your child on medication or not. And that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother lecture and discussion that needs to be had on whether you should or shouldn't put your child on medication. But the last choice in that matter is yours. So you want to make sure that you're getting consultation from a qualified professional. You want to make sure that you're not drawing the wrong conclusion and thinking that they'll just grow out of it. And you want to make sure that you get feedback from other people around you. So you want to get feedback from your family members. You may want to get feedback from their other siblings. You want to get feedback from school environments. And you just want to be able to monitor it to determine whether or not you do need to seek help, because it may just be child developmental behavior, normal things that children go through, normal phases that children go through. But you don't want to just sit back and relax and wait for things to happen. You don't want to be reactive to the situation or inactive and things spiral out of control until it gets worse, and then it becomes more unmanageable, and now you're pulling your hair out, you're at your wit's end, and something worse is happening with your child. So you want to be proactive if your child has mental illness or you think your child has a mental illness, and seek out some consultation. Don't wait. And if you think that they do have a mental illness, you want to take the necessary actions to appropriately treat that mental illness. So I hope that helps you if you're dealing with this type of situation. And if you're dealing with other types of situations, you could join the Next Gen Parenting group, where you have a virtual village of other parents and other adults, like-minded adults, responsible adults that are caring for children and may have some questions, that may have some concerns, and you can develop some skills, pick up some tools that can help you along your parenting journey and working with your children. So join the Next Gen Parenting Group, and I look forward to seeing you in that room.